A shocking case of fuel adulteration at a truck garage located in Gorapati area of Dimapur comes to light. Team of Rising People's Party along media persons busted open the racket after getting credible inputs. Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee in its general session on Thursday urges the centre to dismiss UDA government to pave the way for implementation of agreement. Given a chance, party vows to resolve Naga political problems peacefully means without compromising law and order. With Nagaland still using Assam's land laws with some amendments, Minister Neba Kronu calls upon Gauburas to support and cooperate in drawing own land laws while speaking at 30th General Session of Nagaland Gaubura Federation at Peg Town. Public transportation of Kohima town is yet again under attention as it appears that there is no definite or uniform rates of taxis and other transport services. In this regard, Nagaland Students' Union of India alleges Kohima public transports of charging exorbitant fares, causing a huge toll on public, particularly students. The Huong Village Students' Union expresses intense disappointment over the lazy attitude put forward by the government of Nagaland and the state school education department as it fails to address the grievances put forward by the union through a number of platforms. Hello viewers, I'm Rinki Gogoi and you're watching Nltv Primetime News. Let's see more of the news in details. A case of alleged fuel adulteration in Dimapur has come to light on Thursday night. It has come to fore that a group has been suspected to be involved in fuel adulteration in truck garage located at Gorapati area of the town. The illegal practice carried out in the garage was exposed when a team of Rising People's Party along media persons busted open the racket after getting credible inputs. While visiting the site, it has been suspected that fuel has been adulterated by mixing kerosene. RPP alleged that the same people accused and facing trial in the June 2016 exposure by anti-corruption group against corruption and unabated taxation are continuing with a fuel adulteration racket. Although no names were disclosed by the party, held that the proprietor of the garage was also one of the people accused in the June 2016 case. As alleged by the RPP, the person running the adulteration racket has 46 petrol pumps all over Nagaland. Fuel tankers from the refinery in Assam reportedly made a stop at the suspected site before heading to the retail outlets. It is estimated that at least 40,000 liters of petrol or diesel are drained out from each tanker and replaced by treated kerosene. RPP President Joel Naga, while talking to media persons, pointed out that Nagaland is allocated 480,000 liters of kerosene per month, and out of the total, 4 lakh liters are diverted to certain individuals who use it to mix with the fuel.
Vehicle ase pura adulterated petrol and diesel itu lagaigina mohan chuli ase, and it has been happening for the last 5-6 years. 2016 ekta expose thakise, ajibi ekta expose ase. Mohan gusishe, moigan dorja khulina thakise, gusishe, dikhishe, mohan video evidence loilishe, bas mohan lakam itu ase de. Mohan to FIR bi nalagabo. FIR lagawle the police kan la job ase. Itu mohan to khale expose kurubole hi, manu ke educate kurubole hi mohan ide aji itu kura ase. According to sources, 480,000 liters Nagaland government buy as a state quota kerosene. So 480,000 there, 4 lakhs liters to it goes to certain individuals. Or it to certain individuals can do itu takan la adulteration side ase. So 4 lakhs kerosene do is going into fuel adulteration. Every month quota ase today 4,80,000. Naga political groups can takan sop every month tax loy. Takan aigina takan kiman loy itu dumui na jane, but it must be in terms of lakhs every month. Aina loy.
The Nagaland Planning and Coordination, Land Revenue and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Neba Krono has called upon the GBS to support and cooperate in drawing state's own land laws as Nagaland uses Assam land laws with some amendments till date. Neba Krono was speaking at the 30th General Session of Nagaland Gaubura Federation at Peg Town, announced that the government has decided to document the Naga customary laws and practices for which collection of such documents from all the tribes has started. The minister further urged the GBs to deliver the right judgment in any matter concerning the welfare of the Nagas. In this regard, Krono further appealed the GBs to play the pivotal role in documenting the customary laws and practices. Furthermore, he added that the enactment of the Nagaland land law is being worked out by the government and will be tabled for discussion in the state cabinet. The Nagaland Students' Union of India has requested the chairman of the Regional Transport Authority of Kohima to publish latest rates of public transport. The NSUI submitted a letter to the chairman of RTA on Friday wherein it pointed out that there is no definite or uniform rates for taxis and other public transportation services and that several public transport operating in Kohima are charging exorbitant transport fares. The Students' Union further added that it causes a huge toll on the public, particularly the students' community who have to rely on such services daily. Therefore, the union requested the authority to permit students in uniform to avail certain discounts. The Huong Village Students' Union has expressed exasperation and disappointment over the lackadaisical attitude of the Nagaland government and the state school education department in addressing the grievances put forward by the union through a number of platforms. The union issued a press release on April 22 wherein it pointed out that the education department has ignored and delayed their genuine demands. The union further accused the principal director of school education of turning a blind eye to their demand of immediately revoking the NOC issued to Aseba Sangtam, a graduate teacher of English who is deputed as EPRC coordinator Kipire, and to provide mathematics and science teachers respectively. It also reminds the school education department that the NOC was issued to Aseba Sangtam on the condition that he should be reverted back to his present place of posting as and when the school requires him. The union further maintained that the school requires his service now and therefore the department should not delay the urgent requirement. It also brought out to the department's notice that the GMS school at Huong village deserves to get the required number of teachers as it has enough strength of students. The union thereby stated that it will not concede to delay tactics on any matter.
Is appalled to see the lackadaisical attitude shown by the school education department and the government of Nagaland. On a number of occasions, Huong Village Students' Union has apprised and appealed to the school education department regarding the lack of science and mathematics teacher and revoking of NOC issued to Mr. Asipa Samdam, an English graduate teacher from the GMS Huong. The NOC was issued to Mr. Asipa Samdam on the condition that he should be reverted back to his original posting place, that is GMS Huong, as and when his service is required by the school. And now his school requires his service back, and there is no reason as to why the school education department should hold him back. Since the commencement of this academic year, the members from the Huong Village Students' Union are volunteering to teach school children for the time being when the government made a necessary arrangement to deploy English, mathematics and science teachers. But it's almost going to end the first quarter of academic year and there is no concrete response being met on the part of the school education department. And this non-responsiveness on the part of the school
Following the 3 days mass casual leave of the Nagaland In-Service Doctors Association, the State Cabinet has decided to increase the superannuation age of government doctors with some riders. Notably, the decision was taken during its meeting on April 21. The advisor and state spokesperson Monlumo Kikon informed that the Cabinet has made a decision with a condition of re-employment in the clinical sector till 62 years. The spokesperson also added that for those interested or wanting to apply for the upcoming medical colleges, the age limit has been increased to 65 years. Kikon further informed that they will not get their pension. However, they will be re-employed and recruitment process will be smoothly done without any hiccups because of the experiences they have. The lone Lok Sabha Member of Parliament, Tokeho Yaptomi, was speaking at the Disha meeting in the conference hall of the Deputy Commissioner Dimapur on April 20, advised the members of the District Development Coordination Committee to implement the centrally sponsored schemes under their departments with transparency. In the course of the meeting, PowerPoint presentations were given by the District Rural Development Agency and District Education Officer Dimapur on the projects taken up by the department. During the meeting, PHED, PWD, District Social Welfare Officer, Food and Supply Services, Lead Bank and District Horticulture officials also presented their efforts. Furthermore, the meeting also discussed success stories and challenges on which Tokeho directed the members to convey the issues discussed to their parent departments for necessary improvements. Eastern Bible College is set to celebrate its 48th graduation service on 23rd April 2022 starting 11 a.m. onwards. In regards to the graduation service, the college authorities along with the founder president of National Christian Council, Dr. Sam Paul, held a press conference at the college premises where it had been officially announced that Eastern Bible College Dimapur will now be an integral part of the training of the Christian missionaries for the whole of India. NCC leaders, members of the churches and organizations throughout the country. Following the announcement, Dr. Sam Paul stated that Eastern Bible College will be serving as a beacon of light not just for the country but in Asia as well as other parts of the world. While addressing the media, Dr. Sam Paul spoke as a witness to the difficulties faced by the citizens of Nagaland. He made an appeal to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to take special initiatives to bring peace and harmony in the region and to ensure development of Nagaland takes peace in full force. A separate appeal was also made to all chief ministers of the northeastern region, including Chief Minister Nipu Rio, to see that the northeast region thrives with needed opportunities for job seekers.
I want to highlight this today with you is, first of all, we want to, as National Christian Council, national body of whole of India, now in Gulf and in US and Europe also, we want to, through you, declare today that EBC, Eastern Bible College, is an integral part of National Christian Council's training, because Reverend Tandamo, who just spoke, so the point I'm making here is Northeast Naga peace process or Northeastern development. I want to appeal to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji that this is very, very much lacking, or it's going on and not happening. I want to request, appeal to him that as the Prime Minister of India, that the Northeastern region issues be attentively attended to. Earlier I was telling about the difficulties of Northeast region, people outside of Northeast. If the peace process is speeded, is hastened, then there will be development. There will be infrastructure, and there will be job creation, wealth creation. Migration will stop. Migration will not be a necessity. So I appeal to the Prime Minister on behalf of the National Christian Council, Nagaland here, as we, through you, that, sir, please hasten this process and see that peace is restored, and all the parties, we were told that the interlocutor is making meetings, very wonderful, and come to a conclusion, bring to a conclusion.
State Council of Education Research and Training, in collaboration with the State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, today celebrated Pariksha Parv 4.0 at State Institute of Educational Management and Training Conference Hall, Secretariat, Kohima. Professor Counseling Cell Secretariat Dr. Javise Rume, in his keynote address, elaborated on the joy of examination, and Rume said a student goes through lots of tension and anxiety during examination, and that it is a very wrong type of education going on in the country. Rume also stated that education is a continuous process and therefore evaluation also should happen continuously. Teachers should teach and then conduct tests to evaluate the students. Secretary SCPCR and Joint Secretary Social Welfare Mantung Sanglao highlighted about SCPCR and said, as teachers, they also have to know the rights of children, and putting more efforts, teachers can bring out more mentally strong students who will be able to cope up with anxiety, tension and stress. Sanglao further encouraged the participants to become champions of child rights and to learn more about child rights and help the children to become a better citizen.
Teachers also enjoy, students also enjoy. They want to come during testing, weekly test, monthly test, daily class test or examination. They want to join. That type of things should be created. So in order to do that, there should be unlimited time. I tell you, there are two types of examination in academic. One is the academic examination. Another one is competitive examination. In the academic examination, monthly test is there. Weekly test is there, daily class is there, yearly and annually class test is there, or examination is there. These are the academic exercise. So there, no competition is there. Everybody gets 100 marks. What is the harm? There is no any competition. Let everybody get 100 marks. It's okay.
State Chief Minister Nipirio today stated that Nagaland is one of the best music centers in the country and the rich culture and musicians are becoming global. Speaking at the Shuo Influencer program at his official residence, Rio said that this time when the state situation is gloomy with the imposition as disturbed area by Government of India, this is like a sunshine after the rain that Shuo company has selected 5 artists of excellence and given them support with needed and suitable musical equipments. On the extension of AFSPA in some areas in Nagaland, Rio said that in order to maintain the situation in the state, the citizen of the state should participate so that Armed Forces Special Powers Act will not be imposed in the entire state. On the other hand, Rio also applauded the youth artists for working hard during the hard times, along with TAFMA initiative has given an opportunity to 5 artists of excellence who were given sophisticated musical equipment for more support they needed. A music lover himself, Rio urged the artists to excel and be an influencer to the young generations and help them grow in the field of music. He also reminded the artists that even if one is a good musician, the opportunities provided are very scarce and hence they have to excel to get a market, as well as human life is based on economy. He further urged the artists to make music as one of the main agents of the state's economy. Notably, Shure Influencer Program is an initiative of the Shure company to select artists of excellence to give them support with needed and suitable musical equipments.
If not the best, one of the best. I don't know. will be investigated. I'm happy that they have reached our land and supporting our musicians. It is like a sunshine after the rain. You know, our land, when you really think of it, our situation is very gloomy with our issues. And then, Government of India had to impose that our land is disturbed area. And therefore, Armed Forces Special Power Act has to be imposed. And how much you and cry for big state till the situation becomes normal, that will continue. We're glad that the Government of India had partial lifting on ASPA. If not the best, one of the best. I don't know.
11 teachers have been served show cause notices for submitting fake documents. This was informed by the advisor for IT, Science and Technology, New and Renewable Energy Resources, Monlumo Kikon, after the cabinet meeting which was held on Thursday at the Chief Minister's residential complex in Kohima. It is to be noted that 11 teachers were on the 2010 and 2013 batches of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan. Reportedly, the state cabinet has approved mainstreaming of SSA and RMSA teachers of the 2010 and 2013 batches at the meeting. However, Kikon informed that the fraudulent certificates of the 11 teachers were found out during verification of the documents. Meanwhile, there are also around 2,311 teachers who will have to go for final verification of their documents for mainstreaming and to include them in the school education cadre. Kikon said that out of this, some documents have already been verified and some not, as those institutions that have provided the qualifications of these teachers have not responded to the department. Nagaland University, Kohima campus, Merima, on April 21 held the inaugural program of the National Seminar on Social Transformation in India 2.0 and National Education Policy 2020. The seminar was held for 2 days and was sponsored by the Indian Council of Social Science Research and organized by the Department of Teachers Education, Nagaland University, Kohima campus. Merima members of NEP committee and Vice Chancellor Mahatma Gandhi University of Horticulture and Forestry, Chhattisgarh, Professor Ram Shankar Kurel, while delivering his speech, shed light on the vision of NEP 2020. He highlighted that NEP's vision is to set up an education system that provides an impartial and vibrant knowledge society by providing outstanding quality education to all while keeping in mind the fundamental rights, duties and constitutional values, and to instill skills, values and dispositions which transforms a person to emphasize on human rights, sustainability, development and living and global well-being. The voting for the Guwahati Municipal Corporation elections is underway. The voting is being held for 57 out of 60 wards under GMC and a total of 197 candidates are in fray. A total of 7,97,807 voters will exercise their franchise, out of which 3,97,128 voters are male, 4,658 are female, and 26 voters belong to the third gender. The voting started at 7:30 a.m. and it will conclude at 4:30 p.m. today. Meanwhile, the counting of votes will be held on April 24 and the result will be declared the same day. Two Ukrainian nationals traveling without valid documents was detained in Assam's Karimganj district on Thursday. According to reports, the duo was detained from a New Delhi-bound train at the Badarpur railway station. They were identified as 39 years old Trishnivisky Volodymyr and 21-year-old Nazary Vosniuk. As per reports, the detained persons traveled from Agartala and had no valid documents like passports or visa with them. They were traveling on Tripura Sandari Express, train number 14619. The duo was arrested based on suspicions by the on-duty Railway Protection Force and Government Railway Police. Furthermore, during investigation, the detained persons told the police that they had come to India on February for vacation, and while they were in Tripura, their luggage that had the documents were stolen. As per reports, the police are in touch with the Ukraine embassy in connection with the statement and details of the detained persons. The police further state that if the details provided by the persons are found to be false, they will have to face strict actions as per law. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, on Friday held talks with his UK counterpart, Boris Johnson, at Hyderabad House and discussed ways to enhance bilateral cooperation between both the countries. Earlier today, PM Modi received UK Prime Minister Johnson, who is on a two-day visit to India with a guard of honour at Rashtrapati Bhawan. Notably, the British Prime Minister earlier laid a wreath at Rajghat and paid tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. It may be mentioned that India and the United Kingdom has agreed that the violence in Ukraine should end immediately. The two prime ministers, while briefing a joint conference, reiterated the importance of respect for all the territorial integrity and sovereignty of all the countries.
Well, hello, good morning, everybody. I just want to say what a pleasure it is to be here in Delhi this morning with my friend Prime Minister Modi, and thank you for the fantastic welcome that you've given us, Narendra. This is
UK is set to offer India how to build its own fighter jets and a license for faster deliveries of defence equipment as the Prime Ministers of the two countries are set to meet on Friday. The UK Prime Minister the two Prime Ministers discussed on boosting trade and security ties with the Indian Prime Minister. Boris said that as the world faces growing threats from autocratic states which seek to undermine democracy, choke off free and fair trade and trample on sovereignty, the UK's partnership with India will be a beacon in these stormy seas. The collaboration on issues that matter to both the countries, from climate change to energy security and defence, is vital for the future. Google dedicated the artwork of Google Doodle to raise awareness about climate change on the occasion of Earth Day 2022. The artwork showcases real time-lapse imagery from Google Earth Time-Lapse and other sources to showcase the impact of climate change across different regions. It includes a variety of GIFs created from photos of real locations, all taken over several years. Each time-lapse GIF will be displayed for a few hours throughout the day. Today, Doodle features real imagery from glacier retreat at the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, Sermersooq Glacier Retreat in Greenland, Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and Harz Forest in Germany, all having witnessed the impact of climate crisis in some form or another. The two Karnataka hijab cases petitioners were not allowed to write their final Class 12 board examination on Friday. The two students were wearing burqas for exam and were denied to take their exam at Vidyodaya Pre-University College in Karnataka's Udupi after they insisted on wearing burqas. The students reportedly tried to convince the invigilators and principals for around 45 minutes but were refused an exception to Karnataka's High Court's order upholding the hijab ban. A fierce gun battle erupted between security forces and the terrorists near an army installations in Jammu early Friday morning, 2 days ahead of a visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the region. The 2 terrorists have been killed while a security officer also lost his life and 4 others injured in the shootout, official statement said. The encounter started after the security forces launched a pre-dawn operation at the Sunjuan cantonment area in Jammu city. The police cited that they had information that terrorists were planning an attack in the city. However, the Central Industrial Security Force has said that the terrorists targeted a bus carrying its personnel wherein an assistant sub-inspector was killed.
बस हमारे लोगों को वापस ले जाने के लिए ड्यूटी ख़त्म करने के लिए आ रही थी, तो हमारे बस पे हमला हुआ और उसका हमारे लोगों ने बहुत बहादुरी से सामना किया और उसका सामना करते हुए हमारे एक एएसआई एसपी पटेल साहब की शहादत हो गई है और एक हमारे कांस्टेबल विट्ठल वो थोड़ा ग्रीवसली इंजर्ड हैं, लेकिन बाकी लोगों ने पूरी बहादुरी से उसका सामना किया, रिटेलिएट किया। उसकी वजह से शायद जो एक बहुत बड़ी साजिश होने वाली थी, बाकी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के साथ मिलकर के, लोकल पुलिस के साथ मिलकर के हम उसे नाकाम करने में कामयाब रहे। बस हमारे लोगों को वापस ले जाने के लिए ड्यूटी ख़त्म करने के लिए आ रही थी, तो हमारे बस पे हमला हुआ और उसका हमारे लोगों ने बहुत बहादुरी से सामना किया और उसका सामना करते हुए हमारे एक एएसआई एसपी पटेल साहब की शहादत हो गई है और एक हमारे कांस्टेबल विट्ठल वो थोड़ा ग्रीवसली इंजर्ड हैं, लेकिन बाकी लोगों ने पूरी बहादुरी से उसका सामना किया, रिटेलिएट किया। उसकी वजह से
UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that UK will reopen its embassy in Kyiv, the capital city of Ukraine, next week. The Prime Minister on Friday, during his 2 days visit to India, stated that UK and its allies will not watch passively as Putin carries on this onslaught. The minister pointed out that London moved its main diplomatic mission in Ukraine from Kyiv to the western city of Lviv in February, shortly before Russia ordered in its troops. In early March, Foreign Secretary Liz Truss said Ambassador Melinda Simmons left the country because of the serious security situation. Meanwhile, Truss also said in a separate statement in London that reopening of the UK embassy was due to the extraordinary fortitude and success of the Ukraine's resistance to Russian forces. However, no exact date was given for the reopening, but the Foreign Commonwealth and Development officers said that the embassy premises were currently being made secure. Despite the reopening, the FCDO is still advising all UK nationals against traveling to Ukraine. Thank you, viewers. That's all from Nltv Primetime News. For more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. Sob manulagawas.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.